Thumbnails. No, not them ones you NPC.
Need something?
No, I'm talking about YouTube thumbnails. Just as important as your actual video. It can be pretty damn complicated, but I'm going to show you how I make my own. So, go to your desktop and load up Photoshop. Are you still there?
Yes.
Sweet. Anyway, load up a 1080p custom canvas and click Ctrl H to get rid of these weird lines if you have them. Import a background of your choice. This will vary with any video idea. I'm redoing one of my Subnautica videos, so I'm just going to use this screenshot I got. First up, add your character. I'm using Riley Robinson from Subnautica. I mean, it doesn't need much explaining really. Just make the character something linked to what your video is about, or just a notable person that people will recognize. If the background is black like this, you can use the object selection tool, but this AI can be really dodgy sometimes, so if you want precision, use the pen tool. This will make a selection around the character, and then click Ctrl C and Ctrl V, and it will make a new layer with your character on it. You can also just click Ctrl J, that's a bit faster. Place and resize your character in any way you want. You can do this by clicking Ctrl T, and some boxes will come up around the character, which you can use to move around your character and resize them. Here you can see me using the pen tool, which I spoke about earlier. I'm just doing this to get rid of the weird black boxes and shapes in between the character. You might not even have to do this, but my object selection tool is just always a nightmare. Once you're happy with your character, we can move on to the next step. Use the pen tool to make a basic cutout of your character. It changes depending on your video, but keep in mind the character wants to be the focus of the thumbnail. I use the eraser tool here to blend him into the photo a little bit better. Just to add real quick, I'm using two separate images in the same thumbnail, so if you're doing a similar sort of thing, then I suggest doing it at this point as well. At this point, I usually add some text to my thumbnail. To make the text pop a little bit more, I add some drop shadow and a stroke. Once you've got the text looking how you want it, if you want similar text on the screen, remember you can just alt and drag the layer. Here you'll see that I moved the character in front of the text. All I did here was make a pen cutout of the character, move him above the layer of the text. Next up, I added this white bar just to blend the photos a little bit better. For the final step, click Ctrl, Shift, Alt and E to gather all of your layers and put it onto one, and then up the vibrance and saturation. This just helps that little click rate. And to be entirely honest, that's pretty much it. I definitely didn't cover everything, so if you want me to go into more detail in future videos, then I definitely will, but this is the final result.